Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for the weekend of August 10th, 11th, and 12th, 2012. I am Astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, this is a weekend for speaking up. That is because on Friday, the moon slips from Taurus into Gemini, and we're going to have this moon in Gemini for the weekend. And why are we having this moon in Gemini? A moon in Gemini brings our emotions to our mind. It lets us communicate how we feel deeply inside. And this is needed. That is because we just finished up a Venus transit in Gemini that won't come around till 2117. We have been processing all of our partnerships. And partnerships is where everything is funneling towards right now. That is because Mars and Saturn are meeting up. We are coming in with our desires to connect with the right people, to connect with balance and harmony in our life, to look at what is more so than ourselves, but connect with others. And with Saturn here, this has been 2.5 years of a lot of rework, restriction, lots of lessons, not much recess in this area, a lot of learning, a lot of really getting deep and being aware of the restriction in this area. And now Mars is here to really force us to feel this. And it will connect over to the moon in Gemini over the weekend. Also, the moon will connect with Jupiter on Saturday. So this weekend is a lot of more mental processing, but this is the truth coming out, folks. Our emotions are ready to speak up. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Our hearts are online right now. We are clearer than ever on exactly what we want to pursue to get this balance and harmony in our life. We're ready to ditch that old structure, ready to come into our new self. And you know what? It's time to speak up. With the sun in Leo and the moon in Gemini, it is all about speaking up about your heart. It is connecting with what you want to say with your truest heart's desires. And on Saturday, on Friday, the moon in Gemini is going to connect with newly direct Mercury that was just retrograde. So Friday's a great day to really stimulate your senses, stimulate your mind. What is it that you love? And over the weekend, especially on Saturday, it's time to really speak up. Jupiter's here expanding our communication, expanding our mind, expanding our attitude. It's time to take this new attitude, to take this new processing, and really speak up to the people in our lives. That's because it's connected to Mars and Saturn in Libra, where we are truly forced to start structuring the right partnerships. It's time to speak up, folks. More importantly, Venus and Neptune still in a trine over the weekend, connecting to our gut, connecting to our emotions, and guess what? With the moon in Gemini, it is perfect. It is time to speak up. Our intuition is right. Everything that is happening in our partnerships, our relationships right now, we have the energy to say it. We have the energy to look deep into our minds, to look at the attitude. It's time for that great attitude as well over this weekend. You will be tested with your attitude. If you start to fall into the poor me or anything that's happening deep into your mind, it is an attitude adjustment you must do. So if your emotions are pulling you somewhere, check how your attitude is. If it's a good attitude, you'll have good emotions. If it's a negative attitude, you'll have some harder emotions. And since Venus and Neptune are conjunct, this is our imagination coming together of what we find with beauty and harmony and what we find within the right partnerships. And since partnerships is where the work is, partnerships is what we are desiring, guess what? That mystical sense, our intuition, our emotions are right, and we can actually speak up for it this weekend. And guess what? All the double doors open from the universe right now when we speak up, when we have the right attitude. Gemini and Jupiter together, doors open. Speak your mind, write it out. It's time to really pursue what you want in your life with your heart's desires. Now that Mercury has moved forward, we're done with the Venus transit, we're done with Jupiter moving into signs, we're done with that solar eclipse in Gemini. And this is an important place. This is really now where we take our minds and what we want to say, our truth, what we've processed, and we direct it towards our heart. That's because also on Saturday, the moon will connect with Jupiter and the sun. And it's time to really take and speak our minds and get it to our heart. In order for us to get in our heart, we must have the right attitude. In order for us to get in our heart, we must instill the partnerships we also need of balance and harmony and really speak up for this. And also, we'll speak about this on Monday, but as the moon slips into Cancer late Sunday night and into Monday, I'm going to talk more about Venus starting to oppose Pluto, which is our relationship stuff again, and really let go of fears and more of that old structure. And it will be making a square to Uranus and opposing Pluto, this square. It's going to be a very interesting week starting next week. So this weekend, speak up. The more you speak up, the more you let your heart out, the more you let the truth out, it will work for your benefit for all the new stuff that is coming this coming up week. Go to my store, david-palmer.com, click up. At that store, I have my 30-minute readings on sale, and I also have my Astro coaching on sale. Check it out, and I'll see you on Monday.